what's going to happen with property values? I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year. But what I can tell you is that over the next 5, 10 years, property values are going to be a lot more than they are right now. And one of the main reasons that I don't think is talked enough about is the fact that real estate is a store of value. So last month, I talked about how home ownership is a great way to passively invest in real estate, but we didn't dig deeper into what real estate actually does. So as a store of value, real estate fights inflation. So our government always tries to hit an inflation rate of 2 to 3%. So that means that if you have $100 in the bank account today, in a year's time, it should be worth $98 to $97. That's what the government's actually trying to attain. And this is all governments around the world trying to maintain their inflation. So what inflation does is it lowers your buying power. So when we look back 10 years, coffee was, it was a lot cheaper to buy coffee. And that's just because the cost of goods continues to go higher, as well as the fact that your buying power with that $1 that you had in the bank account 10 years ago is worth a lot less. So real estate allows people to fight that. It fights inflation, and it's a nice store of value to passively kind of fight off the diminishing return of your dollars. Also keep in mind that real estate is always going to continuously get more expensive in areas that have high demand, because it's never going to get cheaper to build real estate. So a builder right now has to buy land. Land is getting more expensive because it's a finite amount. They're not going to be able to find more land out there. So either they've land banked and held on to it and ridden through the property cycles, and the land is worth more now anyways. But if you're just buying brand new, you're paying current land values. In addition to that, connection fees, permit fees, all these things are getting more expensive. City of Oshawa, the permit applications got more expensive, 3%. Okay, it's just they're going to keep continuously every year they add 3% to the fees. So they're going to also, all the other fees are going to continuously get more expensive. Then you've got to talk about the actual building materials. Lumber is getting more expensive. Roofing material is going to get more expensive. Windows, insulation, all these things that the builders need to build the homes are getting more expensive. And in addition to that, labor costs are getting more expensive. And labor costs, unfortunately, are never able to really keep up with all the other expenses around us. But everything else is getting more expensive. So to think that real estate is the one thing that's never going to get more expensive, you're lying to yourself, okay? So when you zoom out and you look at a much grander scale and a lot more long-term scale of what you should be with real estate, you'll see why it's going to continuously get more expensive.